All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And I just wanted to do a little classic. All right, we should all know this information. Okay, but you always have new, listeners who are tuning in. So we always have to go back to the basics. And what are the basics? I'll give a couple examples, right? That God's behind the good and evil, right? God's behind the deception that Christ is a so-called black man. That America's Babylon, right? That the real Jews are so-called Negroes. Let's see, what else? Who salvation contains to, right? Because people believe salvation is for anyone, which is totally not true in the Bible. Okay, but today I wanted to handle the topic of, God kills, which is the name of this video, right? God kills. And what does that mean? Well, it means what it means. It means what it says. That the one who kills is the Most High, right? Who people ignorantly refer to as God, right? The Most High is behind the, the birth and the death of every human that's alive, man. Just like I was looking at, a certain report came out, what was it, overnight, of this, these tornadoes that ripped through some of these states, and they said that there's 100+ people that were killed, man. Right, these tornadoes came through a couple states during the night, just yesterday, and literally killed 100+ people, man. That's, hey, the Lord did that, right? God did that. And how can I prove that? Because I'm not just going to, give my opinion on it. I'll prove what I'm saying in the scriptures. If you go to Amos 3:6, it says what? If there is evil in the city, was not the Lord the one who done it? Right, if there's evil in the city, was not the Lord the one who caused the evil? That's what it's saying. Right, so that's evil. Right, that's definitely evil. What happened? Right, 100+ people lost their lives, but God did that. Right, the Most High did that, man. All right, now that shows you, man, these Christians will be out there, talking about, well, that's Satan, up to his old tricks. Like, well, where the hell are you getting that from? Where the hell in the Bible does it say that Satan kills? That's not in the Bible. If you go to, what is that, 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6, it says, I, the Lord, I kill and I make alive. Right, I, the Lord, I wound and I heal, and there is none who can deliver out of my hands. Let me quote that again. 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. I, the Lord, kill and make alive. I, the Lord, wound and I heal, and there is none who can deliver out of my hands. Right. So the scripture says that the one who kills is the Most High. All right, and there's no way around that. Right, that's a hard pill to swallow. But nevertheless, that is the truth, right? That if someone dies, the Lord was the one who did it. Oh, if we go to, what is that? I want to say Job, the 4th chapter. What is that, the 7th verse? Yeah, Job 4 and 7 says what? Remember, I pray thee, whoever perish being innocent. Right, so if someone dies, they weren't innocent, man. That happened for some reason. Okay, it happened for some type of reason. Now, if you ask me what the reason was, I mean, hell, I don't know. The Lord knows, though. Okay, that's why they passed away. Okay, there must have been a reason. Now, somebody will be slick and they'll say, well, what about, a newborn who passes away? And the answer to that question is the child might have been, an unrighteous person in their past life. Okay? So in this reincarnation, that's why they might have, died. And I'll give this example. If you go to John, the 9th chapter, Christ and the apostles, they come across a man who has been blind from birth. All right. And then the apostles ask Christ, it's, who sinned? Did this man sin, or did his parents sin that he was born blind? Okay. And he went on to explain that it was to show the miracles of the Lord, through this man. But nevertheless, they asked him the question of, why was this man born blind? Was it for his sins, or was it for his parents' sins. That's what they asked him. So that bears authenticity. Look that word up. Bears the authenticity to what I said about, some children, who die, deaths as little ones, they might be paying for sins of their past life, right? Their past life. Right? That's not for any of us to know about, but that's a possibility when you deal with the scriptures. But I mean, it's a very clear subject to understand, man. Okay, there's no reason to get deep on this, okay? But, unfortunately, man, this is considered to be a deep subject, right? Something as simple as this is considered to be a deep, studious, subject matter for some reason. And that's very unfortunate, that people are just so ignorant, for lack of better words, that, something as simple as this is a big stumbling block. Okay? But that's just okay. That's what it is. Because that's why, when Christ gave his speeches, right, when he gave his parables, he didn't come out and deliberately say something to make it clear. He spoke in a parable, so the masses of the people couldn't understand what it meant. I'll give this example. If you go to, what is that, John the 6th chapter, where it speaks about Christ said, drink my blood and eat my flesh. That's what Christ said. Now, does that actually mean that he was talking about cannibalism? And the answer to that question is no. And how do we understand that? Because all you got to do is go ahead and read Matthew the 26th chapter, dealing with when Christ was with his apostles, for their last supper before he was to be crucified. Okay, and you can read that, so now we understand what he meant by that. But it even tells you in John the 6th chapter, well, when the people heard this, they were saying, what is he talking about cannibalism? Is he saying that we should actually eat him? Right, but we know that's not what he meant, even though he literally said it that way. We understand it was a parable, that wasn't literal. Okay, so certain things like this, it's decently complex to understand. Okay, and it doesn't have to be that way, you know what I'm saying? It's relatively simple for us, but for someone who's not in the know, it might be more, may I say, complex or more difficult in order to digest, these teachings. But anyway, I just wanted to, do that little lesson, all right, because God kills, man, right? If you're born, the Lord did that. If you pass away, the Lord did that. Okay, and that's just what it is, right? The Lord's behind all things, man. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to do that video. Hope that was edifying, and I'm going to say shalom.